Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay. Joining us is Achara KIRK.
Hi.
And we are going to talk about SHAB, Onir's movie. Those of you who don't know, we did an interview with Onir after we did the trailer reaction. He was very kind enough to give us his time. We had a long discussion, which is available to watch. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to check that out. I highly recommend it. He's a really, really cool guy. I want to preface this review with saying the following. There are some films that go over our heads. SHAB is one of those films. It went over our heads a little bit, and it's not the film's fault necessarily. I think it might be just our inability to understand certain things in the movie, and that's a natural thing that happens sometimes. This is a film where I can see it is doing something bold, and I appreciate that it's doing something bold, and there's a message in the movie that is definitely worthwhile. I definitely recommend the film for its message. To support that message, I say watch this movie.
Yeah.
It's definitely not something you've seen before. It's definitely something different from mainstream Bollywood. And in that regard, I say it's worth watching as well. For those two reasons, I would recommend it. But just as a story overall, I think it kind of went over my head, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm kind of lost. I don't know what, hold on. Who's with who now?
There's so much intertwining.
Yeah.
There's, how many? Like
lot of
4 core
love
pair
stories. Yeah.
relationships. So there's a lot of intertwining and crossover, and sometimes, you know, that kind of goes over your head a little bit.
I didn't understand motivation sometimes of why this character was with this character, who was with who exactly.
Yeah.
To be fair, like that kind of thing happens in real life. It doesn't often happen in a very close, tight circle the way it does in this film, but it's a movie,
Yeah.
and it has to tell the story in the best way that it can. I just don't know if it was as effective on me as the film could have been if different choices were made. But that could be said of any movie, honestly.
The film is trying to explore what relationships are like in real life, and they're not necessarily tidy. They're a little bit messy. What interested me about this movie was its exploration into the lies that people tell to each other and the lies that you tell yourself, which is very, very real.
And hypocrisy.
Exactly.
There was an exploration of that in the film that was very strong, and I appreciated that a lot. It's always good to help people reflect on their hypocrisy. We were just watching Friends, and there's this whole thing where Rachel sleeps with her ex-husband, and Ross just goes off on Rachel, and she's like, so you're telling me that if you could have Carol right now, your ex, you wouldn't do it right now? And I thought that was great that she did that, because for a second I was judging Rachel, but then I listened to her question and how she attacked Ross back, and I'm like, actually she's right, because if I was in Ross's position and I could have slept with Carol again, I probably would.
Yeah.
You know, because he missed her. He wanted that marriage still. And so likewise here, there are things that happen in the film where certain characters are judging other characters, but then those characters call them out on their bullshit.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, that was warranted.
Yeah.
You were totally a hypocritical jerk there.
It certainly makes us question our own prejudices, our own preconceptions on other people. So I think for that, it's, you know, definitely good to kind of watch that and think about it.
Is it perfect? No. I would say it's, even though like, it's actually doing all right. As far as IMDb is concerned, it's got an 8.0 out of 10. That's a really good rating. If you guys want something different from mainstream, you're gonna get something different from what you're used to. Even if you watch it and it's like, it doesn't move you the way the movie wanted to move you, it's still an experience at the very least. Like when we watched it, it's like, it's still an experience where you're like with these characters and things are happening that you're probably not used to seeing in movies. The messages are worthwhile, and I hope that those messages continue to permeate through Onir's other films.
And I think that that's another reason why it's important to support the film, because it is an indie film, and if you want to see more filmmakers having that opportunity to create things that are outside of the norm, then you should support independent film.
So that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the film if you got a chance to watch it, what your thoughts are on it. We'd love to hear it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out Achara KIRK on the social media. If you'd like to get Jaby Koay's face on a t-shirt so you can have his face on your body, then please click on the Teespring link in the description below to get some Jamazing swag. I'm glad that you like that joke. I've been saying it all day long. So it's the first time Achara heard it. So,
I think that's hilarious.
yes. So there's that. And if you want to use the same equipment Jaby Koay has when he shoots his videos, there are links for that from Amazon in the description below. It helps to support our channel if you buy that equipment from the links in the description below. And if the links aren't from your country, because we got India and America, if you're from somewhere else and you want links like that for your country, let me know in the comments and I'll try to add it to the description for the next video. That's it for now, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara KIRK.
Peace out.